This is like Nongshim saying it's a new era of our team. You know, we're a legend team. We can pilot the Senna into a Kalista draft like this. We're confident we can actually live through the mid game. We have a lot of mid game power here, and our late game is going to be very strong. We'll just completely outrange the Kalista later on. So then they get to have the direct match off.
Give some agency over to KT.
We are going to see a big dive here, it looks like.
Yeah. Aiming, just trying to dance around. Lucid just walks in. They want to kill the Hens, and they will be able to do so. Beryl looking for a bailout here, not able to get it, but it's a double kill as DK just lock down this bottom lane and destroy it.
Yeah, Showmaker does have to flash there at the end, but I think he's very happy with the outcome of this one. They're going. That's going to be the first Mountain Dragon here, going over to Dplus.
Yeah, they are really coming out of the gate swinging. Understanding that it is like 2-0 or bust, to be perfectly honest.
Here for Gideon, if he can get this first one without smiting. And then once Lucid shows up, he's even just going to commit to the first smite here.
Yeah.
As Rumble did back, so wow, just not really getting anything in this early game, which is kind of what you expect. They did have a winning top side, and the timing of the back there not really doing Gideon any favors.
Yeah, just showing that sometimes what happens at level 1 can be pretty catastrophic.
This feels like in this matchup, you know, you could have hung around to look for the smite fight at least on the second one because you could just Warriors Trickster out, but he's scared of the potential. I don't know if Showmaker was on vision there, did have his ultimate.
And he's right now making Xiu's life really hard. I really like this from Gideon as the on-horn is going to sound. It does get the double knock-up though, and the outplay is gorgeous! Bellow's breath comes on through, but he's on the equalizer. And so he goes down, a little bit unfortunate, tried his very best, as now Lahen's kind of getting ignored here.
Stand on equalizer, placement is perfect as Gideon is in trouble.
Oh dear, he's gonna flash, Blast Cone is going to be there, but Showmaker is looking to pick him up. Is the Seismic Shove available? Yes it is, but now he has to walk into the other rocks, and that is going to be the kill going over to Showmaker.
But he doesn't necessarily need it here. Nongshim are just not able to get over here and contest, and that's going to be a 2 Drake lead here for Dplus. That Soul, we'll see what it's going to be. Cloud again.
Oh my goodness. It's not my birthday anymore.
Lucid is here, Showmaker's here. His ult's not ready, but I don't know if he needs it, honestly.
Oh, Wind becomes lightning. Xiu going to try and get himself out of there. Showmaker comes on over, and he might take a consolation Lahen's, and that is absolutely going to be theirs. Fate's Call invested. They still do have, like, the Weaver's Wall wasn't even available.
Yeah, no,
they've got Hostile Takeover. It was only Fate's Call.
And Calyx gets control of this mid wave, but what does it mean? You know, there's no plates to get here. There's no value in this mid lane. Can deny some farm from Showmaker, but I think he likes the denial of the Senna more. Gideon will, as a jungler, win this one.
Yeah, Xiu is going to look to try and get this on-horn over the top, and it's not going to work out. Now Showmaker turns up. Lucid going to be there as well, but Gideon, he's just going to be able to create the decoy, get himself out of there. Yeah, Call of the Forge got advantage over to Nongshim. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, in goes Lucid, looks for a little bit of an angle as Gideon. Warrior Trickster will be able to avoid any sort of engage. Another hook does come on through there as he equalizes a beautiful position. The Ram comes down as well, and my God, Lucid almost just dead. He gets bailed out, but I don't think they're getting a kill. As Xiu just trying to be a nuisance, and it does not work. Another one connects max range. He flashes away, and Lahen stays alive, but they don't quite have enough of the damage. And Xiu now just trying to run away, aiming. Oh dear, just needs a pierce to get himself in range, and that is a dead Senna. DK picking up the fact that Nongshim, without equalizer, don't necessarily have the deeps to get through them at this stage.
Yeah, no, he went down. Okay, Xiu just wants to farm.
Yeah, please let Xiu at least get the experience for the cannon. And he does. He'll get a double knock up here as well, but that turret is really dead. Showmaker is going to try and bail out his top laner though. Seismic Shove goes wide, and Xiu is still going to go down. Showmaker, can you do it? You're in melee range against a Silas and a Rumble. The bailout's immediate, but it does not matter. He's still going to get put down, and Calyx will be able to get that kill. A 2-for-1.
It's a cool idea from Showmaker coming over here, but like you said, he's kind of putting himself in harm's way.
Yeah, it was very, like, Beryl turns up in the nick of time to get the bailout, so they do manage to get the kill.
If, you know, if he had his ultimate, like the Renata ultimate, I think that's a different story, but he did not.
And DK was able to also get the Rift Herald, so that's also a big deal. Nongshim, they're going to collect themselves this outer turret on the bottom side, but Rift Herald might be able to get 2 turrets, which is, I think, a bit of a bigger deal. As alright, equalizer just to clear out the wave, but it doesn't clear the Rift Herald. Now Kingan's going to get knocked up. Fate's Call for another knock-up as he gets handshook and destroyed. Xiu gets his revenge.
No support, and I mean, they're going to hang out in the area, maybe look for a steal here. Gideon does have flash, but
I don't think
so, man.
Have any right to go for it exactly.
I mean, maybe if somebody bathed weird here in the jungle, you could get a catch, and they're just going to push for this inner, I suppose, while they're backing. Means for Dplus, they're going to have to look for a fight or a turn.
Yep, Gio's now back with the rest of the team. As Alex on a bit of a flank angle. This is going to be a 50-50. The equalizer goes down. There are rams everywhere. My goodness, what happened at the farm? As the Fate's call is going to come through to get Beryl out of dodge. Shio's in trouble, but he flashes to get out of the way. Beryl is in a really rough spot. The Lands is also, as he's taken down exceptionally low. Oh God, the 5 versus 5 Alcove gaming is going to ensue. The health bars on DK are so low, but they're still just going to try and walk it off. Gio's health bar is decent as Shio gets the knock-up. Calyx is going to get closed in on by Lucid, who's just looking for the 1v1 into the Silas, and maybe he's going to be able to do it. He finds the win, becomes lightning, and how are DK still alive?
Oh, Lucid might just get out too. King
of the flash forward from King of BS knocked up. Lucid is a god. This guy doesn't make sense. He will die in the end, but he saved that whole fight for DK.
Yeah, let's see if anyone else can get out here. I mean, they're chasing deep. I don't know if Nongshim should be actually going this far into this situation. That
I don't think DK should be walking back.
Yeah, no, you got out. You got out. Showmaker does show up here, TP'd in.
Yeah, Seismic Shove does nothing at all, but Lance is still going to be dead. They do get Beryl, so it's a 1-for-1, but now in this 2v2, I'm feeling like DK are feeling happy about it. There it is, the double for aiming, and the surprise Teemo face.
Takes the Rumble out, which really shapes how the rest of this fight
look. Is this free soul? Yeah, I guess it's free soul. Build a wall, take a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, easiest Cloud Soul of their lives. Snare going to connect. As alright, the Ram is going to get called. We'll see what Shio can make of it as Lens goes in. The follow-up is a little bit late, but the equalizer is still fantastic. The hostile takeover is even better. 3-man knockoff from Shio, but still they are cooking. They are getting murdered as Gideon gets into that backline. Lucid and Shio are still up, but they've lost everyone else. Nongshim still managed to make it an even trade after losing the Drake, and I say even, Gideon's still dead.
I mean, it's still, ends up being a fairly close game here in terms of gold, but the Cloud Soul value is going to be here for Dplus.
The noodles.
All right, Calyx left alone here. We'll try to clear this wave.
Sorry about the caster curse. Seismic Shove is going to come through. Never mind, it's a Calyx by himself. The flash forward from Beryl to find the handshake and get the kill. My goat right there is now Shio could be in a bunch of trouble. The Ram is going to come through though, and he doesn't get the knock-up, so still will be going down. That could have been really cute, but it's a great interruption.
And with the kill on the Ornn there, it's not like Dplus can take this Baron for free. It's going to have to be a fight, but they have Weaver's Wall. And it's been every single objective Nongshim has been second to. Like every single one, and they don't get to dictate the pace. And so Dplus have all the options here. Showmaker's Wall is the first.
Yeah, he's going to build that wall. The equalizer is helping DK take this Baron right now, as the wall will come down. Gideon's going to make it a 50-50, but it's the Rend that locks it down. And then the monkey dies. Lucid gets into that backline, and Beryl is going to join in with the Fate's goal. Lands in so much trouble, and aiming is throwing sticks all over the place. Gio, the last man standing once again, and he'll get shoved seismically into the death chamber.
Baron to boot. It's never a 50-50 when you've got a Kalista with those sticks in the Baron. Gideon tried his best there, but he won't win it in the end. And Dplus off to a confident start here.
Yep. There is another wall. You can build that, but DK, they have the ability to knock it down, as they have this on. First Nexus turret going to go down, still waiting on King and Gio to respawn, and I think the Nexus is not long for the world. However, DK do need to win another fight, and in fact, they just will. That's a decent way to do it. Nexus next going to go down, and King not even allowed to try and fight back.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.